Was that Coach Williams?
Yes, it is.
Good morning, Coach. How are you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing just fine. Coach Doug Williams has now joined us on the call from Grambling State. The Tigers coming off of a trip to Huntsville this weekend where they came up short 38-17 to Alabama A&M. And this weekend, Grambling is in Texas, as I mentioned, to take on Prairie View in the State Fair Classic. Coach, your reflections from Saturday and looking forward to this weekend in Dallas.
Well, certainly Saturday, we actually probably took on one of the better football teams in our conference, and Alabama A&M. Coach Jones done a tremendous job, and felt pretty good early on in the football game. Opening kickoff, we was moving the football, and then that big turnover happened. Not only just from a recovery, but they had an opportunity to bring it back to the 32-yard line. When you got a young team that heights and moving the ball like that, something like that can really be a letdown. And we tried to get them to regroup, and they still played hard. That was the good part about it. They still played hard, and I just think that Alabama A&M became unstoppable for a minute. They scored 14 quick points on us, and when you have to change your whole game plan to do something else, and that's what football is all about, is being able to make a change. And we did that, and we still was affected in some ways, but we could never play the catch-up game.
All right, and looking forward to this weekend against Prairie View.
Well, this weekend, you got two teams. I think it's the first time in the history of the Southwest Classic that two teams come in without a win. But I think you got two teams that have played hard, but for some unknown reason, things just have not gone our way. And that's the nature of this game. But I think this week in Dallas is a football game between two teams, Coach Norton and two coaches, myself, who definitely need a win.
All right, floor is open for questions for Coach Doug Williams from Grambling State.
Hey, Doug, it's Ty from Sheridan Broadcasting. Can you pinpoint, how you doing, man? Can you pinpoint why, I guess you kind of spoke to it just then, that it does not take the luster off this game because, both teams, neither team, in my estimation, after seeing both of you play, these are not bad teams.
We're not bad. It just hasn't gone our way. I know for us, when you lose two games the way we did by 2 points total and had an opportunity to win both of those games and even playing Alabama A&M as hard as we did, especially on the opening, we feel good. But I think this game is bigger than just the game time because there's so much history to this game, 35 years of having this game in Dallas. It's kind of like any other classic. It's a classic that's big for the two alumni who are very big in both Dallas for Grambling and for Prairie View. So I just think this game just means a lot to the people in Dallas and the two schools.
When you look at your team, it appears as if there are just spots where they're not executing or there's maybe youth that's not being served so far. Is that the case?
I think it's a little both. You don't want to make excuses, but I think it's both. I know, on one of the TD passes, the first one for sure, one of the safeties in the back called a different coverage, got out of the coverage that we was in, and actually left one guy wide open. And that's what I was talking to the coaches. Sometimes we just got to line them up and let them play. Because when you get those young guys an opportunity to make a change, they think they see something that they really don't see. But I think they play hard. That's, I don't see no quit in them, so that's the most important thing. And we just got to keep plugging away.
In terms of Prairie View, what is your assessment of Coach Norton's team right now?
Well, Coach Norton's team, like you said, has been like us. They got an explosive football team. You see they can do some things, and they have done some things when you watch them play. They was running the 6-6 game with Alabama A&M. And, it was 21-21 at one point. And, the team, like Coach Jones has, a veteran-laden team who has been there before and is not making the mistakes that the young teams like Heiss and myself might have. Heiss might not be as young as we are, but certainly, with the quarterback that A&M has who's been around for 4 years, and, he's going to take advantage of any mistakes that you make. And I think this week with the two of us, we both just got to eliminate the mistakes that have cost us down the road.
Okay. Thank you, Doug.
All right.
More questions for Coach Williams? Questions for Coach Doug Williams?
That's what happens. You ain't winning.
Coach, talk about that opening drive and how much of the air is let out of you guys at that point. You know, you have you sustain a significant drive and you get things going pretty well and then you turn it over. How important was that opening drive for you?
You know, you would hate to say, as a coach, you would say that drive wasn't that big, but I think when you're dealing with young people, that was a big, and the way we have been playing, the games that we have lost, that drive was humongous. A big drive for us, and I think it let the air out of it. You know, we as coaches, we talked about it. We was hoping that it didn't inflate us, but at the end of the day, we know it did take something out of it.